Welcome to Danu on Fire, right here on Hi TV, your luxury channel. We are checking out chutneys at Cinnamon Grand. If you want to enjoy some good South Indian food, you should come check it out here because they have some brilliant food. And at the same time, I'm told all July long they're having the Jaffna Food Festival that's happening over the weekends. You can come to know more details. With me, I have someone who I first met on a TV show, second met at a wedding. I have the well-known Kapu with me. Good morning.
Good morning. Good morning.
So you are known as Kapu now, so nobody like actually bothers with your full name.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you are a Candy boy.
Yeah. From Kandy.
Do you feel that Candy has produced the best set of cricketers so far?
I don't like to say the answer, but I mean, yeah, we have produced some good cricketers over the years.
I also say so. All right. So today we are actually doing this show a day after Sri Lanka won the match again yesterday. What do you think about the Sri Lankan current team as a senior member?
Current team, they are doing well, no? I mean, you know, these guys been playing for more than 2-3 years now. So I think they are now only they are coming into their own. So I think the performance are good, and we are winning the games because they've been playing for a while now. They're getting the experience that they need.
But there are so many rules when it comes to the cricket world now. Like being a cricketer is painful. Like we thought it would be fun, like when you're growing up, like you get to like, but now there's so many red tapes. Like all these cricketers, they can't even, when they're contracted, they can't be on a show, they can't do anything.
Yeah.
Was it like that when you were like
Not
heavily involved?
when I
Not
was.
that he's
like-
old, I'm just saying.
Yeah. I mean, thank you.
Yeah, I just had to say that. Yeah.
No, I mean, when we were playing, not this strict, because I think now with the social media is coming up and the money that been involved with TV rights and all these media things, so I think the sponsorships are getting bigger. So I think that's why the restrictions are there I think to make sure that the players won't get into trouble or do anything wrong, misuse. I mean, it's easy to get misused by social media these days. So that's why I think mainly that's why the restrictions and strict policies are there.
All right. So, you know, as a cricket fan, by the way, you can eat.
Thank you. Looks nice.
Oh, great. Thanks. As a cricket fan, everyone will say, you know, test matches are the best, and you were the captain at one time. Do you like test matches?
As a cricket, I think it's one of the privileges to get to play for tests. I mean, your country's test team. I mean, test cricket.
Boring, no?
For you, yeah, but when you're playing, it's not. I mean,
You're like waiting and waiting.
Yeah,
and waiting.
watching maybe a little
Yeah.
painful, but I think the challenges that you face in the middle is difficult, and I mean it's different, and I think it's what cricket is made of. Like that's how it started. So I think you always want to take part in Test cricket in your life as a cricketer, not as a fan. I don't know.
How you still love test cricket more?
Of course, I still watch Test cricket. I mean, even when other teams are playing, I watched recently the New Zealand and England Test series. I think that was fantastic. They chased down 270 odd in very little overs, about 60 overs. So that's Test cricket for you now. Test changed,
True.
like you.
Yeah, true. It's a slow movement. That's what you're trying to say. But you know, the British actually once said, "This, what is cricket coming to?" Next thing you know, there'll be here 20 over series, and now they have T20. Like at that time, they were like complaining about the fact that we are killing cricket as it became more and more commercial. But anyway, we have killed it. Do you feel that if now you have kids,
Yeah,
I don't know whether they'll get into cricket, but
up
never
to them.
Yeah. But would you advise a youngster to get into cricket today?
Of course. Not especially into cricket, but to any sport. I think it's good to take part in sports. There are certain things in life you won't learn if you're not in sports. I mean, there are certain rules, regulations, certain aspects in your life that you will gain when you do sports, discipline-wise, physical So I think it's good to get into sports and do some sports.
I can so relate to it. I have been a sportsman all my
I
life.
can see.
They use me as the ball most of the time. You're supposed to just agree and say, yes, I know that you're a
Sorry, I
sportsman.
didn't know that. Didn't
Yeah.
get the guidelines.
Yeah, I am a sportsman by my own rights.
Yeah.
Doesn't tick bolat game we played that at least. Now, in terms of where you see yourself, you have come out of the main set, but you're still involved in cricket in so many ways than one. I think all the players who have left, at least the ones who made a name for themselves, are still involved. Like Kalu is still involved, Bas is there, like all of these people who are like big names have been around.
Yeah.
Is it a constant career growth? Like, do you see that if you are in cricket, if you keep your foot in there, you'll somehow get something in the industry?
It's basically it's what you love. Cricket is been part of your whole life. So once you stop playing, you still want to be involved in cricket and take part in cricket. So that's why I think most of the guys stay with cricket, do cricket related things. So that's what we love. So that's the passion we have. So we keep continuing to follow cricket and we take part in cricket.
Who is your favorite wicket keeper, Kalu or Kumar?
I would say Kumar.
Brilliant. On that note, we're going to take a break. When we do come back, I'm going to speak about some personal life. His wife is fabulous. She's so much fun. She's actually the fun one, not him. Sorry. We'll speak more when we do come back after this. Show in conversation with Mr. Kapu, and we're talking about cricket, but this time around I want to just go back to his life and like come to know a little bit more than the things that you would have seen online or the poster face of cricket that we would have seen. So you have like a fitness routine up to date?
Yeah, I do my fitness.
Looking at your physique, you're just in shape, just like me. Tell me, what do you do?
Yeah, exactly like you.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, you keep after you stop playing, you still need to be fit. Once you get used to a routine, you still want to keep that. So yeah, I do my fitness routines every week. So, and I do train with the team, like where I coach. I coach at Moors Cricket Club. So I still do some fitness with them also. So, yeah.
Let's go back to your childhood. So, how was life in Kandy? Did you ever think that you'll make it into cricket, or like have like a international place in history?
First, Kandy, I think that's amazing. That was the best time of my life, I think. Growing up in Kandy, I think I still would love to go and live there, but with the career that
Your
I
job,
have with
yeah.
the job, it's very difficult. But I still love Kandy. It's one of the best places in Sri Lanka to live for me. And growing up in Kandy was absolutely amazing. I mean, you had, I can say I lived my childhood like the way it should. So I'm really happy. And about getting back to the international scene, I never thought that I would be a.
Was it cricket that was the only game that you were in love with, or?
No, I loved rugby. I played rugby in school a little bit also, but when I'm growing up, because my father used to go and watch all the rugby games, especially when Kandy is playing, Kandy FC is playing. So I used to go with him. I loved rugby. I still follow rugby, and I do follow a lot of sports, especially tennis, rugby, and soccer. So yeah, I mean, I did so many sports in college, but cricket is the only thing that I was really good at. So I had to stick with it.
Were you, when you were discovered, and like, I know you lost your dad.
Yeah, about 5, 6 years ago.
Yeah. What was his time? What was his take when he saw you on the screen when you were playing? And
I think more than me, that was his dream for me to play for Sri Lanka, and I think he was there with me the whole time. Like, he was the one who was pushing me to play cricket and you know, go for it. Like, never to give up. I mean, there are certain times that I wanted to stop playing cricket for certain reasons, but when he was there guiding me, he was there pushing me to play cricket, and I mean, I think he was really proud and really happy. That was his dream. I think more than mine. That was his dream for me to play for Sri Lanka, and I think he should have been over the moon. Yeah.
Yeah. Then your journey from there to Colombo, life can be very different because Kandy is such a secure place.
Yeah.
Like, people grow up in a, I don't know, I don't think they tend to show off so much.
Yeah.
Colombo, you can find a lot of vanity and sometimes can be very judgmental.
Yeah.
How was it when you stepped into this limelight, when people started commenting, having opinions over you? Was it hard?
It was. I mean, it was different. It was hard. Means, I mean, not used to it. But when you are in the setup, you get used to it. I mean, you are around people who's dealing with it every day, so you get used to it very quickly. But when I first came to Colombo, when I was playing under 17 Sri Lanka and under 19s, I think the most difficult part for me was the rush in Colombo. Like, even those days, I mean, now it's, I think, way more.
Because there's also another rush from petrol.
Yeah,
It's
that's not a
double
rush.
Yeah.
that's
a rash.
that's a stay put.
Stay put rush.
Yeah, I mean, that's the main thing. Like, in Kandy, it's very calm. Yeah, I mean, it's not. I mean, I don't know how to explain it, but it's very calm. The environment, the mindset.
People,
Yeah. But when you come to Colombo, it's like always in a run. I mean, always on a run. So that was the hardest thing that I faced when I first came to Colombo. But over time, you get used to it. So yeah.
I don't know whether this is too much of a personal question, but I'm asking.
I'm pretty sure it will be. Yeah.
This show, I normally ask nice questions. Within the cricket team, isn't there this whole levels, like, you know, we are like the English-speaking ones, and we are the ones who get all the endorsements. Is there a diverse outlook? Okay, we see the cricket team as in total, but in any place, there's going to be politics, there's going to be favorites and not favorites. How do you deal with it internally?
I think everything comes with the popularity and how you perform. Because once you start performing consistently and when you get famous, when you come to a stage that you are a celebrity, and then things come to you and it changes. Time, I mean, over time everyone changes. So it happens, but I don't think it affects anyone's game or how you behave around the team. But sometimes it takes a toll on you, and it takes you because you need time for those also. Like, you need to be engaged on those things also. So, I mean, as a cricketer, when I was playing, I didn't actually feel any distractions or any distance from any other player, because we were all together and always hanging out together, playing together. So I think even now, I think the team is together. That's why we are winning, and we can see that in the field, like how they are together all the time. So I think, yeah, I mean, there are different categories, but because how they perform, not because that they treat them differently. I think mainly the players, I don't think they have those groups of this luxury group and this. I don't.
Who is your closest set of people in the cricket team?
Now, or you mean when I was
you were
playing?
Or like
when I was
you'll always
playing,
have like friends that you made?
Yeah. I mean, because I started very young, like when I was 19. So that time I played under 19 Sri Lanka schools with Upul Tarangan. So Upul was already in the team, so he was my closest. Then Maha was there, Farvis was there, and Lasit was there, Kule. And then Ajanta when this came in, Sachitra Sena Nayakas. So I think we all were together most of the time. I think because when I came into the team, there was Sanat Jayasurias, Mavanatha Pattus, Chamin Devasas, Muralidharans. So those are big names, and even Sangha and Mahela. So I think
Again, he's not that old. He started young.
I mean, that's what I'm saying, because they have been playing for a long time. So so I was initially I was a bit starstruck. So because these guys, when I was small, I watched a 96 World Cup also, and Sanat was there playing,
and you are here playing.
I went into the team, and he was there. I was like, okay, I didn't know what to say or what to do, but I mean, it was good times. I mean, even though they were much more senior, I mean, they treated us well. As juniors, they were together. We went out for dinners. We hung out together. I mean, it was good. It was good times. I mean, I didn't feel left alone. So that's the main thing.
Brilliant. All right. Before we get into a break, I just want to let you know we are checking out chutneys. You can come enjoy some good food here, and at the same time they're having a Jaffna Food Festival. That's what we are like kind of trying. There's crab, there's prawns, everything is done in the Jaffna style. So we'll tell you more. But there's this one question that I have always wanted to ask cricketers.
I thought you are going to give me to eat.
Eat. This is while you're eating. I'm going to tell this. There's this one question that I always want to know. Do these cricketers' wives have problems with each other? When we do come back after the break. Welcome back. We are talking to Chamara Kapugedera. I wanted to ask him this one question about wives and their relationships. Because they only sit and watch the match, Are they all good friends?
I hope so.
Here, as if you don't know.
How would I know? I'm in the middle.
That's true, but I'm just asking, has your wife ever told you, our pen are not there? Nothing?
No, not really.
Tell me the truth, you are just...
No, to be honest, I mean, usually I don't talk about those things.
Yeah, but...
I don't like to talk about my wife, friends. But why?
Are you trying to say that they're all... Because I know there's more drama in the glass rooms.
Maybe, I don't know, but not that I'm aware of.
Not terrible to get information out of men.
Yeah.
Fine. Such a letdown, such a climax breaker that was.
I'm a person who doesn't like to get more information than I should.
Okay. Selective hearing, no?
Yeah.
He ignores, like when he doesn't want to hear something, he just ignores it. He's like, apparently it works. But you have been quite persevering enough to have 3 kids. Yeah. Do you think it's an expensive choice these days?
I mean, I think now it's better because I had them
when you were young.
Yeah. I mean, yeah. If you have 3 kids now, I think it's going to be a struggle. Yeah.
You can't even drop them to school anymore.
Yeah.
That's another problem. Now, your time at IPL, it's such a huge controversial thing, no? When cricketers from here go for IPL, it's like a big problem. Yeah. But when you went, how was it?
I mean, the experience was quite, amazing.
They treat you like a sportsman.
Yeah, I mean, you played for Sri Lanka. I mean, you have fans supporting you. But when you go to IPL, then you realize what is this real fan support is all about. Because they are just in front of the hotel until you come out. At least come out of the your hotel window. So we were not like, we wanted to go out, but it was difficult to go out. Once they recognize you and they follow you, you can't go anywhere. I mean, India is such a place that even if you go on a national tour with Sri Lanka, I mean, it's very difficult to go out once you. When they recognize you or whoever, because we used to keep Lasit away from us.
Because
don't come with us, because if you go, he's saying, no, I'll wear a cap, I'll put this and all. We said, no.
It doesn't work.
However you come, they will recognize you. Then we also can't do anything.
True.
So that's how it is. I mean, IPL was amazing.
Because I once went to Bangalore to shop, and Bangalore is not a big fan of cricket. They are like not huge fans.
I think Bangalore is bit like Colombo
Correct.
place.
Also not pennanne.
They like the people. I mean, they like the cricketers. They don't want to show it.
It's the same
they
for
have
Bollywood.
That pride.
Yeah, it's same for Bollywood. They just say like, oh, Bollywood films. It's the same thing, and they are like, oh my god, Bollywood films. So when I went to this place, there's like, when I said Sri Lanka, they're like, Mahalinga. I was like, I don't take him around with me. It's not like coming with me, but it's established. He, Sanat Jayasuriya, Roshan Manam, these names are like registered in their head. It's like a big thing. But in terms of IPL and now you see LPL here, do you see it's a good thing for us to do these kind of franchise games?
Of course. I think you asked me before about the current team. I think one reason that they are doing well is because of LPL, because we played 2 seasons. I think our cricket standards have gone up a lot with LPL, because we play against foreign players and foreign coaches, and with the younger players who's trying to come into the national team gets opportunity to play under lights and with these players, and they get the exposure that they want. I think it grows as a cricketer. These are the experience that you need. I think everyone, if you don't have a local tournament, I think most of them won't get a chance to go out and play. There are certain few players who's playing for Sri Lanka only get an opportunity, but with LPL, I think like so many players get an opportunity to play.
We were at this like a, you know, those late night TV shows where you have a lot of these people from the industry seated talking about things. So I was in his team, and they actually played something to do with cricket, right? You have to catch the ball in a bucket or something. My luck has such a bad timing. I fell live on TV. My face down, but we still won. That's because he cheated. He took a few of the balls and put it aside. When I fell, the distraction helped him. But actually that was so embarrassing. No, I didn't know what to do.
Taking advantage of the...
Yes, but actually the place just, the cameras went up and came down because it was like a wooden floor. Oh, it was so embarrassing. I died a natural death there. But that's when we first met up and we realized that, you know, we have more things that we have to share. Just to save my embarrassment, I spoke more to people. I'm like, I'm very good at this. But anyway, I'm so happy that we did meet that day, and so happy to know that you're here. Thank you so very much for keeping your words very limited and not giving me enough information that I would like to know about. And I will ask your wife the rest of the stories. I think she's more...
I think you spoke more than me, no, in this show.
There are people like you. But it's okay. This world needs everyone. So
thank you.
Thank you. There are people who have only asked one question, they finished the whole show for me. It goes both ways. Thank you for coming, and I wish you all the very best. Thanks for being so easy to work with and being so simple. It's always a pleasure. Thank you. And on that note, we're going to wrap things up. Thank you so very much for tuning in. We will see you soon. Before we go, we just want to let you know that Chutneys is hosting that Jaffna Food Festival. It happens only on Saturdays. Make your reservations right now and come to Cinnamon Grand to enjoy some good Jaffna food. Till we see you.